just saw something on here about a psychologist of sorts, psychiatrist. I don't know. I didn't look up his credentials. He's talking about a case where somebody shot a football player on his porch at university, and you see what the hell happened there? There had been a party that night. Cops were trying to figure out, and then some girl says, he admitted it to me a few years later. And so this psychologist dude, he's trying to decide how would it really go, and he brings up, and I'm not going to say he says that this isn't possible, because I think at the end of it, he thinks it's viable. But he says that some years later, this girl mentioned that he did it, and as it turns out, they're saying that this football player kept this other guy out of the frat like 3 years before, because when they walked in, he looked and he said, "Hey, look, there were pictures of girls around," and he said, "Yeah, I fucked her." This guy, and the football player's like, and evidently said something about it, and the guy that was the president of the fraternity, he's like, "Well, go fuck yourself. You fuck my girlfriend, you think I'm gonna let you in my door? You'll be fucking me next. You already fucked me once when you fucked her," type of thing, But, and the question goes, is that enough for somebody sometime later to do something to somebody? Hold it against them that long. Mi amigo es Miguel, su hermano. I had a friend. He was somebody that was one of the senior enlisted men when I showed up at Bragg in my unit, and he'd done time in Italy in the 82nd Splinter Group, whatever they had over there, and then he came over here. So he wasn't there much longer than me, but he was a guy that was just driven. He had drive. He was a leader by nature, and smart, just smart ass. Always causing shit, somewhere. I don't know. Part of my upbringing, I suppose. And he got out 2-3 years before me. And I had kept in touch with him. I'd seen him, and another friend of his, I'm not going to say a name, I guess. I shouldn't be doing that. We stay in touch still. And a few years after I got out, I decided to call him. And get a hold of him, and he's not the same person. I'm like, "Are you sure this is the dude?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." And it was like, what the fuck is going on? And he tells me, "Oh, you haven't talked to me since the accident." And something, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he wasn't smart ass like I'm used to. He had at one point there, I've told this story before, he said, "I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal anymore." And I said, "Well, that's too bad, because I still do all those things." Evidently his sister and his mother got a hold of him and reconditioned him to be Catholic. But the thing is, he got out. He went back to Michigan, where he was from, and he went to Mott College, Mott University. He started there, and his grades were very, very good, and he got a scholarship to George Washington University. So he was out at George Washington University, and he ended up being not vice president of his fraternity over there. He became vice president nationally. national vice president of his fraternity. This guy was a leader. He was on the way to somewhere. And having been in the military, you know, we've all been rappelling out windows and had something go bad. But he was rappelling out his window somewhere. I don't know how many floors up, but where my rope went, I was over concrete. And Bob cut the rope before I hit the ground. So I was very close to being in the same situation. Evidently, as he's rappelling down the side of this building, there's some guy that was there in one of the windows, and Miguel, he didn't even know, but this guy liked a girl, and that girl liked Miguel. And he's just going about his business. He's not even getting laid by this girl. He has no idea about any of this. And so this guy takes and cuts his rope, and he falls, and he lands down below, and crack, and he's out for like 3 to 6 months in a coma. And he came back, and he was just totally gone. He was like, it's a little bit late to be having a hardcore fucking massive head wound, concussion, you know, at about 23, 24 years of age. You don't recover as easily as you do when you're just a little itty bitty, all the extra brain cells. And so, well, is it possible that this guy shot that guy on the porch? People, well, what is the likelihood? Why would he? Oh, well, he saw an opportunity. Same as that guy in the window. He was probably there, and he's like, hey. Sometimes you see somebody standing there and you just want to push them into the fucking bushes. And you get done and you go, I don't know why I fucking did that. It just crossed through my mind. I couldn't stop. That's what happens to people sometimes. It's not even so much about patience. It's about, well, you wait long enough, and the opportunity is going to arise. So sorry, man. So sorry. Guy probably did it.